Hi, this is Jono,
Hello.
and Jono is the daddy of four, and Jono is going to show us that arts and crafts isn't just for mummies and kids. Daddies and kids can do it too. So right now, I'm going to be Jono's boss.
Thank you. Hello.
Alright, let's begin. What are we doing today, Jono?
Okay, we're going to make some cards. It's really easy. And we sell all of these components at the new Spotlight store.
Okay.
So all these things you can just easily pick up. Lots of different designs. What we've got here is some little stickers. So they're pre-made little designs and you just peel back the back and they're sticky.
Okay.
So you can choose our design. We're going to make a card for Father's Day.
Okay.
So we've got the letters D and then A and D.
Alright.
And we've got the blank cards here. And we've got some cardboard to make the road.
Alright.
So you ready?
Okay.
So grab a card. Firstly, you just want to fold it in half. So that's the card. That's what the card's going to look like.
Okay.
Then we take some of this paper and we cut a small square like this.
Okay.
I'll cut one for you.
Alright. So this is something that it's not just for Father's Day. So
No, this is for anything. We're just going to make it for Father's Day. But this is something that I can always do with my kids. We do lots and lots of arts and crafts always around the house. My kids absolutely love it. Take the glue stick.
Alright.
And just glue the back of it.
Okay.
We're going to stick this down. I know. But this glue is really easy. It should stick. There you are. Stick at the bottom. So you can see so far it's pretty easy.
Okay, I'll use this.
That one's better.
Yeah. Okay,
And then we're going to get our cards. Just choose whatever cards you want. And you unpeel the back. We stick them on the road. One.
Sports club.
My boys love the cards. They reckon they're the best. Two. You like
so
the
just
card?
do anything that we
Any
can
card
do.
you like.
Okay.
How you going? Good?
Good. It's easy.
And then we get the letters. Peel it back.
Okay.
And with a handmade card, people much prefer having something that you've made than something you can just buy. You show that you love them, that you care about them, you know.
And I suppose it's actually more fun as well that we get to do whatever that we want to do with it. Kids get to be creative. Kids get to do just about anything that they want.
Look at this.
So this is something that you do with your kids.
All the time. And this is something that is so easy, and a lot of people do with their kids, their parents can do with their kids, fathers and mothers. But we see it in our stores all the time, lots of dads with their kids buying things. It's a great way to be able to spend time with your kids. You know, it's fun to do everything that people like to do, the internet, video games, sure, everyone loves that as well. But this is another great way of spending time with your kids. And, you know, you've got something fun to show for it. It's an easy activity. Look at that.
Okay, you've done it.
Is that a masterpiece?
So obviously,
And how long has that taken us?
it's actually with all the traffic and stuff like that.
A couple of minutes?
Yeah, a couple of minutes and we've done it. Okay. Obviously, this daughter can't spell. So
This is just D. She's just going to do a D.
D for daddy. And that's it.
Yep, absolutely.
Alright, thank you, Jono. This
Good to
has
see
been
you.
fun, and Jono made a better one.
I've got 4 kids, so I had a bit of practice.
Hey guys, it's Renee. Now Father's Day is coming up. I just started out by printing this hammer image that I found on this website that I'm going to link in my blog. My blog is going to be linked below. And it's just going to be a reference for us. You don't have to print it. You can just draw it with your hands. But we were kind of like testing out a new printer. But anyways, I'm just going to use cupcake wrappers. And this is the standard size. I'm not using minis for this case. I'm just using regular cupcake wrappers. And I'm just going to cover the whole figure to see how many cupcakes I'm just going to be using for this project. Turns out I'm just going to be using 5. So now that I have done that, I'm just going to cut the hammer drawing or just print or image with my scissors. Pretty self-explanatory, this part. Now, because we're making one cake out of like few cupcakes, you need a base to just handle the whole thing, especially if you're going to take your cake somewhere else. So I'm just going to take one of these cardboards, and it's about the size of my paper. It's not too big, not too small. Try to find something that is going to be big enough to cover your cake. Feel free to wrap your cardboard in case you want something prettier. And now, to attach the cupcakes to the cardboard, a lot of people use the same buttercream. They add a bit and then just place the cupcake wrapper on the top. But I just prefer to use some tape because I feel like it's a bit less messy. That's just my opinion. So I'm just going to arrange my cupcakes to the shape that I need. And the cupcakes and that I'm using, by the way, is a recipe that I have on my channel right now, that I use some mango frosting, but the cupcakes are just vanilla. And then I'm just going to fill my piping bag with some whipping cream. It's from store. And the tip that I'm using for this is one of the big opened tips from Wilton. And I'm just going to start frosting my cupcakes, and nothing special, like just swirls. Doesn't have to be even perfect because we're going to be smoothing the whole thing anyways, but just until you complete them all. And then I'm just going to go to those empty spaces and just, cover them with whipping cream. Then I'm just going to take a spatula. I have two options here, the one that is flat and the one that has like a curve in there. You can always use a kitchen knife if you're going to have one of this, but it's easier one of these ones, and they're super affordable. And then I'm just going to start, smoothing the whole thing with my spatula. And it helps a lot to have some warm water in there just to clean your spatula. And you're going to find out that when you do that, it's going to, go a bit smoother. Then I decided to add more whipping cream because I wanted the whole shape to be not perfect, but a bit more symmetrical than it was before. So I just went ahead and added a bit more frosting, and then went with my spatula and just try to, smooth the whole thing. And at this point, my cake looks kind of weird, or like a T. It's going to look better. Then I'm just going to take some toothpicks and I'm just going to make holes all over my hammer. And I'm just going to place my hammer on top of my cake like that. And this is just going to help me have my template on the top of my cake, so it's easier for me to move on to the next step, which is going with my toothpick and following the shape of my hammer. Then I'm just going to remove my toothpicks and my figure, and there I have my figure. So it kind of works like a stencil. Then I'm just going to take some brown whipping cream. I used brown food coloring. The brand that I use is Americolors because I love the colors. And I'm using a Ziploc bag for this. I'm going to be making a small hole with my scissors. And I'm just going to start putting my whipping cream on the bottom part, or the wood would be. This is simulating the wood part. And then with my knife, I'm just going to smooth the whole thing in. And here it depends on how smooth you want this is a handle for the hammer, your handle to be. I just went with my water again and just tried to make the whole thing smoother, but it's up to you. And just until you're happy with how it looks. And then I did the same for the top part, the hammer part. And in here I'm just using a few drops of black gel food coloring, and again I'm using Americolors, and with some whipping cream, so it kind of gives you a gray color. And yeah, I'm just going to follow the shape in there as well, doing the same thing, first working my way on the outline and then filling the whole thing, and then going with my knife and just trying to smooth the whole thing. It's not going to be as easy, to be honest, for the top part because of the shape. It's not straight on the bottom part. This one has a lot of indentations, but it's not impossible. I mean, you just have to give it a bit more time, we could say. And I'm using the same method that I did before, water with my knife to just smooth the whole thing in. And then I'm just going to take some black. This one I went with a few more drops of that gray that I used on the hammer here with my Ziploc bag and some whipping cream, and I'm just going to make like the outline of the whole hammer. If you want to use buttercream, it's up to you. It's just not gonna be as white the background. Nothing happens. And then for the bottom part, I'm just going to do the same. So that's it for like the main hammer thing, but I just felt like adding something else because I felt like it was like too blah, and I wanted to go for like a cartoonish look to it. So I just took my black whipping cream, I just went with it and, you know, simulating wood, I think. It helps a lot to just Google something like some hammer images, cartoon hammer images on the internet, and kind of guide yourself from there. And then I decided to add some shine to the top part of my hammer. But I did two, so yeah, I did that with my white whipping cream, and then with my knife I just kind of smoothed the top part. And then finally, I decided to add black outline to that white shine to make it look like a cartoon. So I just went with my black, the one that I used before, and just made an outline to both my white pieces or just parts. So this is the idea I wanted to share. Happy Father's Day. And if you like it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more stuff, share it, and don't forget to check out my blog for images, the recipes, and all that stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Father's Day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys!